gambling points, sacrificing items, sacrificing loot rolls, opening up crates. Pet rolls happen in so many different ways, and it seems like they're only getting more experimental with it as time goes on. The contract of familiar acquisition was originally supposed to be a one and done, a skill-based way to obtain a pet by defeating a more difficult version of Yama. Well, if that was still the case, this video would be a lot shorter. Yama was released on May 14th of 2025. The pet contract, which wouldn't be activated until a week later, was changed to be an increased drop rate for the pet instead of a guaranteed drop. A week after that rate would be increased even higher. At the time of the boss's release, I knew I could either wait it out and watch these changes be made from the sidelines, or I could grind the boss right away for a chance at the pet and cash in on our brand new uniques while the prices were still inflated. Let's see if that decision pays off. Hey guys, I'm Coxie. I'm obtaining every pet in the game as fast as possible, aiming for the lowest total in gameplay time. This is Funny Feelings. Okay, lock in. It's been a long morning, but we are logged in. As a heads up, and I'm hoping this is obvious, I am on my old main right now, Malfoy. Following the same strategy as before over the last few years in this series, any new content, I'm gonna always do on an alt first, until I feel comfortable enough to send the KC on my pet speedrun account. This should be obvious, but I like to just repeat it for any new people. Nice. Hell yeah. Okay, first KCO is a success. This boss is feeling good so far. My God, there's a lot going on in that final phase. The Yama melees through prayer, just hitting constant 25s. The spam spawning of jellyfish. Woo. All right, that is 15 KC down. I already know I'm going to come back to this clip later on and regret buying Oath Plate day one, but it just feels so cheap having best in slot armor, 270 mil a piece on day one. All right, with the current calcs, Torva Helm is still better to wear, so only the top and bottom bot, 270 mil a piece, 540 mil. It feels like a steal. Let's send it. Yeah, this shit slaps. For anyone who doesn't know, Oathplate is the slash variant to Inquisitor. It has crazy good slash accuracy, really good melee damage bonuses, and surprisingly high defense bonuses as well. It's all around a great armor set. There's our new PB there as well. 2 minutes 55.8, 34 KC now. This boss is feeling nice. I love the fact that Yama is a duo boss, but what I don't love is that some of my PVM friends unfortunately don't get to play RuneScape all day like I do. So here we are, back in our penguin costume, 2,000 laps down, more than 5,000 laps until we hit the squirrel pet rate. Quick Inferno pet roll before we get back to Yama practice. Unlucky on the gamble. Never mind, I lied to you guys. We have time for one more run. Another Zuck dead, 60th cape obtain, 59th cape gamble, ever the Jalnib wreck for me. Oh my God, I am just a genius. Jagex moderators just released an end of the day blog, which awesome update. I don't remember them doing this on release days, but I'm here for it. The pet isn't even on the drop table yet. Oh, thank God I was not on our pet speedrun account. I would have fully crashed out. They've since hotfixed the pet onto the base drop table at an undisclosed rate, and we know that both players do roll the pet. All right, last KC here on my old main. I'm feeling good, 75 KC. We did end up getting double death charge on this account, which is sick. And 75 KC is a ton of practice, so I think it's time to swap it up. But before that, who remembers the first pet I got on Funny Feelings? That's right, it is this guy right here. Creator Crafted is now offering limited edition enamel pins of 7 different iconic RuneScape NPCs. Only 100 are going to be made of each, so act fast. You also still have time to get your hands on the new highly popular metal keycap set to match your in-game F keys to your actual keyboard. Easily the best RuneScape related products I've seen yet. The next batch of these are going to be shipped out in early November, so do not wait. Creator Crafted has also set some of their older products to the lowest price they've ever been, and this is your last chance to get items like these plushies and LED signs. Speedrun your way to Creator Crafted website by clicking the link in the description. Use code COXY41 to get a 10% discount and help support Funny Feelings in the best way possible. Oh, Dossier on 11 KC, which means double death charge unlocked. The first Dossier drop gives you Rite of Vile Transference, which is a fancy way of saying your death charge now has 2 chances of proccing every minute instead of 1. Oh my god. 50 KC. Nothing to show for it yet, but I have made a fair share off these Oath Plate shards. So far, they're currently selling at 1.2 to 1.5 mil each. It's not going to be that way for long, but I'll take advantage of it while I can. Oh shit! I almost didn't even see it. I was too busy on my loot. Oathplate, helm, and stars name. First drop logged. All right, sweet. Last sold GE price of this bad boy is sitting at 101 mil, which means 50.5 mil split. We will absolutely take that. Hear me out. This Soul Flame Horn is OP. If you aren't familiar with it, let me explain just really quick. Weird stat requirement, but it does require 80 mage to use. The special attack is applied up to 3 players within a 3-tile radius and uses 25% spec per other player affected. After horn specking, the next attack within 10 ticks is always a successful hit, but it has to be a melee hit. Therefore, it is cracked and will probably be used forever in RuneScape just to guarantee a Maul or Warhammer specs at the start of the kill. No more RNG and hoping that your hammer hits. That is a wonderful addition. Okay, so the horn sound that Jagex added is super underwhelming, so I sound swapped it. Tell me this isn't just the greatest thing ever. 100 KC. I'm going to call it there for day 1 Yama release session. 100 KC on Coxie, 75 KC on Malfoy, so just under 200 KC total. Fun day and a really fun boss, and we made some good money. Good morning, Zuck, and goodbye. Just a couple of Inferno runs to start the day off. You know, get the clicks warmed up, and just maybe we'll get lucky here. Nope. Oh, oops. Okay. Well, I was reading Twitch chat. Never doing that one again. 63rd Zuck kill and 62nd Cape Gamble. Back to Yama we go. Oh my, yes, yes, yes. Horn and now Oathplate legs on the collection log. 110 KC Ironman just hate me. It is day 2. Oathplate has actually gone up a little bit from last night. They're sitting right around 200, which means easy 100 mil split on this. 150 Yama KC so far. We still don't know the drop rate of the pet from the base version of the boss, but I am starting to see a lot of pets, so hopefully they put it at a good rate. One of the most enjoyable parts of this boss is the movement and the teamwork. Absolutely love the idea of duo boss. Royal Titans, in my opinion, was a complete success for a boss release. I do wish there was more dedicated roles rather than just splitting it down to, you know, you get one side and I get the other. But hey, I'm not complaining. It's not a solo instance boss, and it makes me feel like I'm playing an MMO, and for that, I call it a dub. Okay, you already got to explain the first thing. So like you.
Okay, so that yo tile, if you spawn right next to it, you have to stall a tick on it, and if you spawn like far, you can like you insta send. You click on the boss when you get to that tile. And the first time you go on 2, you insta, but for the rest you have to stall a tick on 2, and then you have to stall a tick on 5.1. That's it.
We're nearing the end of day 2. I am being told that new tech has hit Yama. Call it butterfly, call it kiting, call it fancy feet. I've heard like 5 different names for it so far. Listen, I don't know, man. I'm just doing what I'm told, okay? Melee P3 in sync, okay? You're ignoring melee hits and you're not spawning jellyfish unless the DPS is absolutely awful. Let's get to learning it. Baby, Oathplate legs for star as well now. Even better too, because he's an iron, which means he's my partner for this boss. An iron getting a DPS upgrade means slightly faster kill times for us, means slightly quicker rate to pet. We love that on Funny Feelings. 200 Yama KC right there. Thank you. KC is starting to fly by. I look back at the clock and 3 hours has passed. It's felt like 5 minutes. It's safe to say I am pretty addicted right now. There is 250 KC. New tech has hit the penguin course. All right, hear me out. When you're finishing the final obstacle, you actually don't want to opt for the obvious choice of running through the finish line and clicking the gate. What you actually want to do, you want to run behind the finish line, then to the door. It saves 1 tick every lap. And you know, hopefully I'm not here much longer, but for every lap you do, that's just guaranteed 0.6 seconds saved. Day 3 is upon us, and we are with the one and only Sync Shot. I rant about it often, but this is the best part of group content updates. Getting to PVM with friends. It feels like so much of this game is solo encouraged, and you know, to have a break from that just feels refreshing. Also, dual running P3, there's just something about it. It feels like we're ice skating together and holding hands through the monitor. I love it. Wait. We gotta have a conversation about one of the drops we just got. Diabolic Worms entered the game with Yama. With that comes a new best in slot AFK Heron pet hunt method. Previously, the best AFK method for Heron was Karambwans with the fishing barrel. Catching 168,399 Bwans on rate took around 228 hours. Diabolic Worms grants a 50% chance to have a catch roll occur a tick faster. This raises the success of catching an angler at level 99 fishing from 14% to 40%. Roughly a 300% increase. AFKing anglers now reign supreme as the new AFK Heron method at 173 hours to catch 76,174 anglers en route to the Heron pet. The bossing info plugin has been updated to work with Yama now, so we can finally see our kills per hour. I'm just over a 5-hour session, sitting at 18 kph. It's not fast, but it's also not slow for a boss. kph does feel like it's right in the sweet spot. I missed the big 500 KC message, but this one surely works. 501, and I'm scared to admit it's still day 3. We've been cranking the hours out, that is for sure. Oh. Only in RuneScape would I read a conversation asking about whether liking cat girls makes you a furry or not. I'm not asking you to answer that question in the comments, but the answer is yes, you are. 2,500 laps with a 1 in 7,300 lap completions at level 99. That puts us right under 1/3 of the drop rate. That is 3,000 laps completed, and that's going to conclude agility for a while because we got a really big update coming soon. Yama contracts are here. All right, pet acquisition has been released, and I'm glad I was MIA for the week with Demo Mode All-Stars because on day of release pet contract, it was set at a 1 in 250 contracts. As of June 4th, it's now been lowered to 1 in 100. That is a lot of hours saved on, well, technically an accident. This contract is not simple though. There's a lot of moving parts, especially on P3, so per usual, we're going to be doing a lot of practice and a lot of dying on my old main in order to get comfortable before sending it on the pet speedrun account. Oh my god. All right. Whew. We did it. The hardest part is out of the way. First completion is done. Okay. I've done a bit over 20 kill count of practice at this point, and let me tell you, they made this contract hard. But it's not a bad hard. It's like a good hard. An addicting hard. I'm dying and I'm failing a lot, but the motivation to keep grinding it out and ironing out my mistakes, learning more about how it works, has never been greater. Our success rate is pretty solid, so I think it's about time we move on over to Coxie. First KC back on Coxie in a long time. Good luck, us! Woo! Okay, nice. 571 KC. Once again, as a reminder, this is a 1 in 100 drop rate, and with 3-minute kills, this pet is gonna be quick. Let's get grinding. Woo! My partner just DC'd during the last phase, so I had to finish it off solo, and we got it. Oh, what the f? Very, very impactful to pet contracts. Surge potions are another item that came out with Yama release. That restores 25% spec energy. Yama pet acquisition doubles all spec renewal, including surge pots. So we both insta-start P3 with 2 ZCBs, making P3 immediately go from 1200 to 800 HP. That is a 33% decrease of its health with just 2 hits each person. Most definitely get in the habit of doing this if you're going to be grinding out this pet through contracts. 588 KC, my brain is cooked for day 1. So we're going to call it there of Yama contracts day 1. 17 KC down today, 17% of the pet rate. Will return tomorrow. No! Monsoon died again. It's only 180 HP though. Come on, clutch or kick. Okay, easy. We did not lose the KC. We did not lose the contract. There is 600 KC. That's going to mark us right around 30 contracts done so far. Oh, not important at all, but 2 minutes 47 second contract completion. That one felt fast and clean. Very little mistakes. By the way, in between runs, you see me going to my POH and using an Ancient Mace spec. One of the cool parts about Familiar Acquisition is you can't drink prayer pots, so you have to be okay with however many prayer points you have. Therefore, I'm boosting my prayer points up to 120 with an Ancient Mace spec between kills. By no means is it 100% mandatory, but huge quality of life and well worth the time. Oh, no. That's a pet in my partner's name. Oh, not just any pet, that's his second. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Ooh, Oath Plate Chest. Hell yeah, we love that. I also don't even think contracts have increased armor drop rates, so we got this at the base rate. Nice. Oh, whew. Holy shit, man. I swear I hold my breath for the entirety of P3. I am going to have steel lungs by the end of this pet hunt. 670, and that marks 100 KC of doing... Oh. Okay. Yep. Well, that's his 3rd Yami pet now. Another day down of Yami contracts. Super clean kills all day. No drops, but, you know, we'll take the nice, relaxing, clean day. Ending off on 140 contracts completed, which means 1.4x the drop rate hit. Oh my gosh. Dude, it's been almost 2 months since I got one. Yami has been obtained 47th pet in the game. We started at 549. We were at 711, so like a little bit over 160 contracts done. Sweet. Dude, this pet looks sick. All right, you know the deal. Yama pet, enjoy your time in my POH with all your new friends in the menagerie. Next time we see each other, I'll be bringing back another friend to add to the collection. With 549 regular Yama kills at a 1 in 2500 drop rate, I have a 19.72% chance to obtain the pet, and with 162 contracts completed as well, at a 1 in 100 rate, I have an 80.37% chance to obtain the pet. I have to find the sum of 2 independent events, which are me killing regular Yama versus me killing the contract Yama. When we calculate the rate of getting a pet, we don't just calculate one pet. We calculate anything but 0 pets, so that does include 1, 2, 3, and so on. I'm going to find the probability of getting 0 pets for both events, which is 1 minus 0.1972 and 1 minus 0.8037. We want to multiply those results, which gives us the probability of having no pet from either the regular kills or the contracted kills, which comes out to 0.1576. So we're going to subtract our 0 pet probability from 1. Giving us 84.24% chance. This is the probability to have obtained at least 1 Yami with 549 regular kills and 162 contracted kills. 2 years, 5 months, 8 days have gone by since we landed on Tutorial Island with an in-game playtime of 202 days, 12 hours. Claiming Yami pet marks number 48 for us, with Yami contracts being a conservative 10 kills an hour, which does include the guaranteed mistakes that are gonna happen. We are humans at the end of the day. I ended up 6 hours over the drop rate, plus 30 hours spent killing the regular version on release. Coming in from last episode, BA Pet cut our hours lucky in half. And now with Yami, that number drops further down to only 79 hours saved by getting pets before the drop rate. Oh, we're back into the double digits. Please, luck. Please stay on our side. Thanks to Creator Crafted for sponsoring this episode. Go check out their brand new pins and keycaps while they're still available with code COXY41 for 10% off.